Another legal development we're following this morning, a hearing in Rhode Island today that could have major impacts for more than 40 million people missing out on those SNAP benefits during the government shutdown. A federal judge will hear arguments about whether the Trump administration is complying with the order that he issued last week to fund the food stamp program. Now, the government says it will issue partial payments, but the plaintiffs argue that they should be required to send out the full amount. This as the Department of Agriculture announced that those partial payments will now cover 65% of the recipients' monthly benefits instead of the 50% previously announced. So they are increasing the amount slightly there. Msnbc reporter Julia Jester is joining us from a food pantry in West Virginia. Julia, what more do we know about this increase in partial payments, and what is it going to mean for people that you're talking to today?
Yeah, Anna, overnight, the USDA official filed in that court case about this increase in SNAP payments. It's coming out of a contingency fund. And for those like me who aren't the best at math, it means if you get $100 in SNAP benefits, usually you'll get 65 of that instead of 50 originally. The government said it was due to crunching some numbers that they made the change, and it's a welcome development. I spoke here with Lee Fleming, who heads the Loaves and Fishes food pantry, and she says she's never seen anything like this in the past few weeks. Now, the government is back and forth about providing these SNAP funds, and states are stepping in. Here, it received $20,000 from the West Virginia government to help with the efforts here. Here's what Lee had to tell me about the chaos she's experienced in recent weeks.
The best way I can describe it is chaotic. We have seen a big rise in the number of clients we've been seeing. We kind of did the math, and between January and the end of September, we averaged 72 households for food each week. The third week in October, we had 159. The fourth week, we had 119. And as of yesterday, we had 96, and that was Wednesday. So, yeah, we've doubled, our capacity.
Yeah, big difference is the number of those furloughed workers because of the shutdown. And I was chatting with folks here about what brought them out, and a lot of them were either laid off trying to find work, they are here to get food, and they want President Trump to do something to end the shutdown, saying that he spent too much time focused on issues abroad. Now, it's worth noting 270,000 residents of West Virginia receive SNAP benefits, and there's a lot of uncertainty for them right now, Anna.
All right, Julia Jester, thank you for bringing us that update on the ground, the real-life impacts. And joining